Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. So, a couple videos ago, I focused on some live cam footage, primarily in the East Coast because of this whole drone orb situation. But because of that, live cam started popping up in my feeds, and I started watching some recently over the last week, primarily of volcanoes. And I saw some things, screen recorded it, checked it out a little more closely, and now it's a presentation. So, uh, check this out. Get in the comments, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you on the other side. Thanks. All right, so here's the when and the where, and check this out. It's not in a lot of frames here at the 3 o'clock position, then over there at the 9 o'clock position. And when we extend back and go full screen, you can actually see this on the right side of the screen, but I didn't focus on it because it's really tough to see. And then in real time, as you'll see here, it's really tough. I mean, like I say with all these things, I don't know what these things are, but they are. That much I can say. All right, so here's the when and the where on this one. I mean, these things seem to me to be the same things that we see around our aircraft, but there's obviously no aircraft in any of these videos. It's just volcanoes, but they're moving in the same way, they're presenting the same way. It just seems like they're everywhere, aircraft aside. And you'll note the date here on these, right? Like I said in the intro, these are all within the last week, basically. I'm going to pause this one right here so you can see where this thing is, but watch after you hit play. Look at this. This is what prosaic creatures in the foreground look like when they pass the camera. And it should look like it's moving faster because it's closer, but it doesn't. Here it is in real speed. So again, I don't know what these things are, but they don't have an obvious sign of propulsion or stabilization, and they're moving exceptionally fast. All right, so we're three down, two to go, and these last two get progressively stranger. Check this out. So this is what we just saw. This thing goes by, and then there's this advanced echo here, and then from 1 o'clock down to 7 o'clock, this thing comes through like that. But then this echo is still there after the fact, which is weird. Um, I'm going to try to show you again what I'm talking about here. So that goes by, and that spot is there, but also that spot is up there. And now look, it goes down, and then they're together, and then the thing keeps moving. It's down there, but back up here, that little echo is still there. I don't know why this spot shows up in advance of this thing passing through it. Now, pulled back a bit, you can still see in more frames, but that's what happened, and it's very strange. Here it is in real time. I made sure not to talk through the audio on that one because if you pay attention and rewind it, you can hear a little click that occurs when this fast mover goes through from right to left, which is interesting. Obviously, with these things being live cams, I can't vouch for the specs on these cameras, but I can vouch for my eyeballs telling me that that little dot is there in advance of that thing passing through it. All right, so we're going to wrap it up with this one again, just from a couple days ago. And we're going to start out with this pause, and then we're going to watch it a few times in real speed so you can see it for yourself. Just focus on the top middle of the screen coming down. I mean, listen, at the risk of overcomplicating this, I'm just going to tell you it looks like something comes down from the sky and goes into the volcano. And I studied this section here a lot, looking for where this thing actually comes down. Couldn't find anything. Doesn't mean it's not there. I'm just telling you, I have good vision and good acuity and tracking skills, and I could not find it. So I was left to conclude that it either went in or behind the top of the volcano. I don't know what it is. I'm just telling you what it looks like, where it's going, where it's coming from. So here it is, real speed again. And we're going to wrap up here with this little scrub through just so you can kind of see the action. Yeah, interesting stuff for sure. Okay, so apparently that's a thing. These things zipping around volcanoes. I don't know. I don't know what they are. I just know they perform at speeds that are imperceptible to the naked eye. And because we have cameras that we can zoom in and slow down the footage, if you're inclined to take the time to do it, you're going to start seeing things like this. So, I don't know what they are, but they are. They're a part of our world, and they seem to be behaving in ways that are at odds with Newtonian physics, and it's super fascinating. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please get in the comments. Let us know what you think. And as I always say, please share these videos with other people you think might enjoy them or might have some input. And we'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks.